Hey guys, you know the Rexing dash cams? Well, the batteries only last about a year or so, at least from what happened to us. So we ordered a new battery, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the connectors here, and then we're gonna re-solder. We're gonna solder the endpoints here onto it.
Negative light lead, and that's the black one. And
the black one is the negative?
Negative wire, and that's a positive wire. So then, so on this one, we're gonna solder this black one on this one.
To where the other black one was, and the red one onto that, okay.
Yeah, so we'll cut this connector, but we'll only cut it one wire at a time, and not at the same time, because then it'll short circuit. Yeah.
What does short circuit mean?
That's whenever, basically it'll the battery. Basically,
oh, okay.
I think it will just introduce a big electrical charge back into the battery. Yeah, that's not good. Sometimes you'll see a spark too. So.
Well, and as you can see, so what we did was we just unscrewed these. There were 4 small screws. We unscrewed those, opened it up, and then this was kind of stuck with double-sided tape. Or sorry, this one was stuck in with double-sided tape, and we just kind of peeled it off. And as you can see, when we opened it up, like, don't pull too hard, because this part we want this part to stay connected. These red and black wires. And what are these connected to?
I'm thinking to the camera.
So that basically brings the battery's power to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, so tell us what this is.
Well, this is a high-end soldering iron. Yeah, it's made by Hako, and it's a Japanese company. So a lot of industries where they solder on a regular basis, they'll buy this brand. And I bought this one in particular because it's very small and compact, and it has a cutesy minion look to it.
It does.
And it even comes with like racing stickers that you can put on the side, which I've done.
This is a very nice, non-threatening, because I remember the soldering irons I saw as a kid looked like very sharp little, and they were all gray and scary. Yeah. So this is a really cute one.
Oh yeah. I think this one was, I want to say $180.
180 on Amazon?
No, I bought it from a hobby store.
Okay.
So a lot of RC hobby enthusiasts would buy this one. To put in perspective, it's stuff that most people buy at Home Depot or Walmart.
And can you tell us, what is this thing here?
So whenever you're soldering, sometimes the tips get dirty. So you just kind of put it in this Brillo pad and you twist, and it cleans the tip off.
Got it. Okay.
And then this is just a holder, so because this thing gets up to 750 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, so you definitely don't want to get burnt. So this is a holder that comes with it.
And what about this?
This is flux. You usually put flux on the tip of this, or you can put it on the solder before you solder, and it just kind of increases the overall temperature, so it produces a better...
it makes it hotter?
Correct.
This stuff?
Yeah, that makes it hotter.
It looks like...
lard, yeah.
Can you touch it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's like
greasy.
It's like Vaseline.
Yeah.
Like sticky Vaseline.
That's true.
And as you can see, the battery sizes are different, right? I had seen somebody post on Amazon about what battery, and this one is slightly higher voltage. Well, they're 320 mAh. So do you know what mAh means, actually?
That's a measure of basically the size of the fuel tank. So even though these are the same volts, being 3.7 volt, so this is a 1-cell lithium-ion battery, or lithium polymer battery. This one's going to have a bigger gas tank than this one. Because
of the mAh. So it's got 350 mAh compared to 320.
Right. So the lifespan of this battery will be longer than the lifespan of this one.
Even though it's smaller and like a little bit fatter.
Correct. It is thicker though, so I think that's the difference. Because this one is really low profile, and this one is bigger. Yeah.
But they should both fit inside this casing. There was plenty of extra room, so they're both, like, the new one's going to fit just fine.
Right. Technically, we probably could have went up a lot bigger on this one if we had known.
All right, so now you're just going to cut the connectors?
Yeah. So our plan is to heat this solder point and remove this wire, and then heat this solder point and remove that wire, and then we're going to cut one by one each wire off of this connector, because we don't need this connector.
Okay.
Right.
What is that white thing?
It's a connector, and different lithiums use different connectors. Like, for example, on an RC car, they're much bigger because they run much higher amperage and stuff like that. So, so see the difference in size between the connectors. Yeah, so based on the connector, you can kind of judge how powerful the electronic application uses. Okay. So we'll just cut off one wire at a time. Okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to go to bar 6, okay? Come.
All right. So now that we cut the wire, we're going to actually have to, because each wire is covered in this protective jacket, and so we're going to have to cut off that protective jacket, but leave the wire.
Got it.
And then that's what's going to allow us to solder it back onto the board. Yeah. So wires are based on gauges, and the smaller the wire, it's so like a 10 gauge is a big wire compared to an 18 gauge, which is a small wire. This electrical stripper tool hopefully goes small enough.
Oh, are these too small?
Yeah, see. So I guess we'll probably have to do it manually.
Okay.
With these pliers. Yeah. So the goal is just kind of to cut around.
Just get the outside black part and kind of like pull it off.
Yeah.
Like taking off the skin of a pear.
Right. That's
pear
true.
or kiwi.
Oh, there we go. So that's.
Oh, we got it. Very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And we'll just do the same to the other side. Okay. So once these are off, you usually want to. These are usually braided wires, so to prevent fraying, you twist them.
You just twist the wire. Oh, because they're actually little wires stuck together.
Correct.
You need to, okay. Like thread, like little pieces of thread.
Yeah. So let's just say there's 10 separate threads, and we're just twisting them to create a pigtail. Yeah. So that way when you solder it, it's compact and tight versus sprayed out. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll just turn on this machine, and then that shows the temperature that it's going to be, and then it ramps up.
Oh, it's heating up very fast.
Right. So I think this is a digital soldering iron, and there's different profiles you can set it at, and it can reach different max temperatures. So 750 has worked well for me, but you can set different modes to where it reaches at different temperatures.
What's the minimum temperature for it to melt, like for it to work?
I'm thinking around 750.
Around 750?
Because that was the default setting.
Oh, okay. There we go. Wow, that's very fast.
Yeah. So now we're going to heat this up and remove one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is silver solder.
Yeah, there's a little bit of like hot, something coming off of it. Like I can see it's hot.
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to touch this. I've burnt myself really bad before.
Oof.
Yeah. It looks like I don't know if you've seen that movie Terminator 2.
Oh.
But yeah, it kind of looks like that. Yeah.
And so you're cleaning it right now first. You're just kind of putting some solder and wiping it off. Now
it's a chrome finish.
Silver. Yeah, it looks like you dipped it in paint.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see if I can piece this up.
So now.
So we'll try to remove this negative terminal first. So that one came off.
That was very quick.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have a clean tip, it makes it easier. So the black was on the right side, so now we'll do this red one. Yep.
Clean, right.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have a question. Why did we choose to cut it up here? Like, how come, like, do we need a certain amount of, like, slack? Or we could have cut it closer to the battery?
Right. If you have more slack, it's going to help you. It'll give you more options in where you position the battery. If you cut it real short, then now you've limited your positioning on this.
Oh, that makes sense.
Board. Yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time, you don't want it too long. But I noticed the difference in lengths between these two is not. It's pretty much the same. So you ideally want about the same or maybe a little bit more.
Got it.
Right. So before we solder on this back onto there, it's called tinning a wire, and you're basically adding solder onto these joints before you solder it back onto there. Yeah.
Tinning is what it's called?
Yeah, you're basically adding solder to...
and that just helps it stick better?
Correct. So we're going to do it this way. Wait, I think probably better if we do it like this, yeah. Okay, so, all right, so we're gonna do this negative lead. It's already attached.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so now the positive lead.
I can smell it.
Oh yeah.
And then do you put more like solder on it after that, or it's good?
Usually you kind of tug at each line, and if it passes the tug test, then you're good.
Oh, so it's already, I mean, that was so fast and it's already dried?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I think our soldering's done, so we can turn this off now. Luckily with this design, it heats up fast, but at the same time it cools down fast too.
Awesome.
We actually need to put double-sided tape to secure this on.
Oh yeah, okay. So Joe, who's the most prepared person in the world, brought double-sided tape.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize there'd be double-sided tape inside of this, but you anticipate everything, so
yeah.
Awesome. All right, so now you're taking off the other side of the double-sided tape with the clear part.
Yeah.
This is Gorilla Tape.
Yeah. 3M also makes it too. I prefer 3M.
All right, and now we're gonna stick it.
Do you remember, did it go like this? Or?
Yeah, something like that. It should be fine. It's okay if you do. Yeah, that's fine. Should be good.
Then the next time you replace it, you'll know.
So he's gonna write the date. So it's August 18th, 2021. All right, as you guys can see, I just put the screws back in. So now we are gonna test it out. This part turned red, but it didn't fully turn on. Let's, what? Oh. It works, and it looks like the battery's fully charged.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Well, it looks like it's got all bars.
Okay, that means it should fully charged.
Oh, now it's got less, it's down one.
Okay.
But I'm gonna plug it into the car, so. That is awesome.
Good. That works. Yeah.
Woo!